Now tell me. Yeah, yeah, right? Fine. So first question from ER model. ER model, right? Entity relationship model represent various entity types of interest and the relationship among them in the domain being model, right? Right. So we are going to have an entity, and the entity have corresponding attributes. There are different types of attributes, and each attribute corresponds to some domain. So what is meant by domain? Domain is the set of possible values like A, B, C, and all. Right? So what they are telling? Various entity types of interest and the relationship among them in domain being model. Okay, that seems correct. Next one. Various tables and links among them in the domain being model. ER diagram does not represent about table because this is relevant to relational model, right? Yes, very good. This is related to relational model. So this is not the correct one. So various entity types of interest and the relationship among them in domain being modeled along with the operations to be performed on data. Think about it, whether ER model deals about any operations now. No operational data. No operational data. That means whether you are performing union, intersection, Cartesian product, any operations you are performing in ER model, no, you are not performing. So table means no, this is nothing but relational database management system. So ER model is something different from RDBMS. So D also not the answer. C also not the answer. B also not the answer. A is the answer. A is the answer. Correct? Correct, no? Clear or not? Clear or not? சொல்றது புரியுதா? ஒரு சின்ன பாக்ஸ் போட்டா மேட்டர் முடிஞ்சு போச்சு. Fine, no? Fine, no? Yes. Listen carefully. Next one. A person who develop a high level language program that meets the functional requirement of the database. Okay, functional requirement of a database. See, this is a DBMS plus software engineering related question, right? Whether user is going to develop, no. Whether data analyst is going to develop, no. Whether database administrator is going to develop, no. This is the job of application programmer. This is a job of application programmer. So answer B is the answer. B is the answer. Clear now? Clear? Shall I take you forward? Shall I take you forward? Third one. Yes, database administrator is dealing with all operations of the database now. He is dealing with the operations of database. Okay, and maintenance of database. He is not dealing with the front end at all. Right? The application programmer is a one who is dealing with the front end, and he will be having a very good rapport with database administrator for a backend. Clear now? Right? Please add those points. Third one, code-based question. Third one is a code-based question. Right? This discuss about the idea called views in database management system. Views. First, let us go by statement. View usually provides access to part of the data relevant to the group of users. Say yes, sir. Part of the data. This is a key point here. Part of the data. View means part of the data, right? Part of the data. Why? Already we have discussed. If you are taking a banking database, you will be having thousands of columns. I'm not talking about rows. Thousands of columns. Whether your passbook is having thousands of columns, your passbook, you are getting a passbook from bank, whether that passbook is having thousands of columns, passbook அடிக்க முடியுமா? Passbook அடிக்க முடியாது. So that is nothing but a view. Your passbook is a view. Right? It contains a part of the data relevant to you. உங்களுக்கு என்ன தேவை? என்னைக்கு டெபாசிட் பண்ணீங்க, எவ்வளவு டெபாசிட் பண்ணீங்க, எவ்வளவு வித்ட்ரா பண்ணீங்க. Right? கரண்டா எவ்வளவு பேலன்ஸ் இருக்கு. That's all. Only 4 field is enough. Or 4 column is enough. கரெக்டா சொல்ல போனா. Right? Right? So this is correct one. This is correct one. Next one. View usually provide access to the complete database. Yes? Say yes or no? Say yes or no? Passbook வச்சிருந்தா நீங்க போய் எல்லாத்தையும் access பண்ண முடியுமா? That is not possible. That is not possible. Second one is false. Second one is false. The feature of defining views is to be completely provided by RDBMS. அப்படியா? நான் banking example சொன்னேன். அதுக்கு தேவை எல்லாத்துக்குமே view தேவைப்படும். That is not necessary, right? That is not necessary. You could not confirmly say that view எப்பவுமே தேவைப்படும் சொல்ல முடியாது. Say for example, you are having a booking database. You are having a booking database. For that, there are only 4 columns are there. For that, only 4 columns are there. Whether there is any view is needed now. It is an extra burden, right? It is extra burden to develop. Say yes or no? Yes, it is extra burden. Already only 4 columns are there. I want to shrink it again. That is not possible. That is not needed actually. So the feature of defining views may not be provided by a database. That is the correct one. That is the correct one. So S1 and S4 are true. Clear or not now? Clear or not? Some people may get confusion with respect to S3. S3 னு சில பேர் சொல்லுவீங்க. Okay? Okay? But think in my standpoint. நான் சொல்ற standpointல think பண்ணி பாத்தீங்கன்னா you will understand the purpose of it. Right? Right? Clear now? Clear now? Miss பண்ணவங்க understand பண்ணி வச்சு. Fine? Shall we proceed forward to the next one? Shall we proceed to the next one? Simple question. Simple question. Let us one more code based question from DBMS with respect to keys or entity. Right? Right? We will go one by one. A key of an entity type always contain a single attribute. A key always contain single attribute. Whether this is true? Whether this is true? No. No. This is not true because நம்ம பார்த்திருக்கோம் இல்லையா AB together can be a key, right? So this is not true. Next one, a key of an entity can have more than one attribute. Yes, this is true. This is true. Based on this is true. More than one attribute possible. An entity type can have only one key. Whether that is necessary now? Whether that is necessary? No. No. Yes, very good. That is not necessary one. More than one key possible. More than one key possible. Already we have discussed AB is a key, BD is a key. We have discussed a lot about it, right? So S4 is possible. So S2 and S4 are true. Answer is D. Answer is D. Right? Shall we proceed forward now? எல்லாரும் முடிச்சிட்டீங்களா? So far so good. So far so good. Next one. Next one. Very, very interesting problem. Very, very interesting problem. நவீனா மேம் எஸ் பிரஸ் ஆயிட்டே இருக்கு கொஞ்சம் பாத்துங்க. ரைட்? ஓகே. என்ன சொல்றாங்கன்னு பாருங்க. Author is a relationship. What they are telling now? Author is a relationship. So என்ன symbol வரும்? You are going to give this symbol. Author, you are going to give this symbol. And two participating persons, two entities, that is called person is one entity and sorry, book is another entity. Person is one entity, book is another entity. What is the cardinality ratio of person to book? Person to book. So from this standpoint, you are going to see. From this standpoint, you are going to see. Correct? Correct? Think about the idea. Think about the idea. Think about the idea. One person can write many books. Possible or not? Possible or not? One person can write many books. See. If you take Silbercat write book for OS. Silbercat wrote book for DBMS also. Abraham Silbercat wrote book for these two subjects. That is possible. That is possible. And also And also one book can be written by many person. One book can be written by many person. So if you observe, then there is a beautiful cardinality that is called many to many cardinality. Many to many cardinality. You accept it or not, my dear friend? Simple concept. Simple concept. By writing this diagram only, by drawing this diagram only, you can understand the question and you can answer this. நான் எப்பவுமே ஸ்ட்ராங்கா சொல்றது இதான். எப்பயுமே ER diagram கொஸ்டின் வந்துருச்சுன்னா கொஸ்டினுக்கு ஃபர்ஸ்ட் டயகிராம போடுங்க. டயகிராமோட ஸ்டாண்ட் பாயிண்ட் எங்கேருந்து எங்க போகுதுன்னு பாருங்க. அதை பேஸ் பண்ணி முடிவு பண்ணுங்க. அதை பேஸ் பண்ணி முடிவு. ரைட்? ரைட்? கிளியர் ஆர் நாட்? நோ? கிளியர்? கிளியர்? எல்லாருமே கரெக்டா போட்டீங்களா? நான் இந்த क्वेश्चनக்கு ஆன்சர் என்ன பண்ணீங்கன்னு கேக்கல. Have you all done this correctly? Okay. எங்களால எவ்வளவு டஃபா வைக்க முடியுதா? நோ ப்ராப்ளம். நோ ப்ராப்ளம். யூ கேன் பவுன்ஸ் பேக். யூ கேன் பவுன்ஸ் பேக். We believe you. Don't worry. Right? So எவ்வளவு டஃபா வைக்க முடியுமோ அவ்வளவு டஃபா டிபிஎம்எஸ் தான் செட் பண்ணிருந்தோம். அதுக்கு ஒன் மோர் எக்ஸாம்பிள் என்னன்னா இதுதான். பட் ஃபர்ஸ்ட் ஹாஃப் ஆஃப் டிபிஎம்எஸ் ஃபுல்லா தரவு பண்ணி முடிச்சிடணும் தான் இந்த FLT 1ஓட பிளான். ஸோ அதனால இதுல நீங்க பக்காவா டெவலப் ஆயிருப்பீங்கன்னு நினைக்கிறேன். பொறுமையா ஆன்சர் பண்ணுங்க. வாட் இஸ் தி கரெக்ட் ஆன்சர் ஃபார் திஸ் கொஸ்டின்? What is the correct answer? Just observe. Just observe. Two persons are there. C is there. D is there. C tells about four persons. P, Q, R, S. P is weak entity. Weak entity. Q is multi-valued attribute. R is derived attribute. And S is relationship type. Relationship type. And this is W, X, Y, and Z. So W dashed line eclipse. Dashed line eclipse means this symbol. இங்க symbol போட்டுருங்க. X means diamond box. Y means double rectangle. Double rectangle. இது double line eclipse. Double line eclipse. That is Z. Correct? Diagram போட்டுருங்க. Diagram போட்டுருங்க. Now you perform the match. Weak entity. Weak entity, obviously you know that it corresponds to which number? Answer me in the chat window. Weak entity corresponds to which number? Which number? On the RHS with respect to D? Yes, Y. Y. Very good. Y. Multi-valued attribute. Multi-valued attribute corresponds to Z. That's all. Z. Derived attribute corresponds to W. W. Relationship is nothing but a diamond symbol. That is nothing but this one. This one. Clear? Clear? Everyone got it? Very, very nice question. So the final answer is P corresponds to Y, is Q corresponds to Z, R corresponds to W, and S corresponds to X. So this match with C. C. Right? Right? Have you all got it correctly, my dear friends? Have you all got it correctly? Yes. Shall I take you to the next one? அடுத்தது போயிடலாமா? This also a code based question. This also a code based question. Right? Right? Think about the statement 1. If the candidate key consists of n attributes for a relation R, then the primary key attribute is always less than n attribute for the same relation. True or false? Think about the idea. First, you will be deriving a set of candidate keys, and then database administrator will come into the picture. If you are having multiple candidate keys, database administrator will come into the picture, and then he will tell one primary key. He will tell one primary key. This primary key is a subset of candidate key. Say yes or no? This primary key is a subset of candidate key. Say yes or no? Whether it will be reducing with respect to the number of elements, whether the candidate key elements can be reduced, Say for example, the candidate key is A, B, B, C, B, D. These are all the candidate keys. Then the database administrator will come and he will be choosing that primary key will be AB. அவர் சொல்றாரு, database administrator என்ன சொல்றாரு, let the primary key will be AB ன்னு சொல்லிடுறாரு. now நான் என்ன சொல்றேன்னா, AB is a subset of AB, BC, BD. say yes or no? say yes or no? AB, BC, BD யோட subset தான் இது. that is no problem. அது கிடையாது, அது டவுட் இல்ல. ஆனா attribute size ABங்கிறது குறைஞ்சிருக்கா? இங்கேயும் AB னா இங்கேயும் AB தானே இருக்கு. whether the size is same, whether the size is same. So if the candidate key contain n attributes, then the primary key contain n less than n attributes. Whether this is true? Not at all true. Not at all true. False or not? It is false. Clear no? Clear no? Anybody have missed it? Anybody have missed it? Yes. I believe now it is clear. வார்த்தை இருக்கிற கொஸ்டினை நல்லா புரிஞ்சுங்க. வார்த்தை இருக்கிற கொஸ்டினுக்கு டைம் எக்ஸ்ட்ரா ஸ்பெண்ட் பண்ணுங்க. வார்த்தை இருக்கிற கொஸ்டினுக்கு டைம் எக்ஸ்ட்ரா ஸ்பெண்ட் பண்ணுங்க. that is the only thing I can do. Right? If a relation does not have a candidate key, it still have a primary key. Whether this is possible, this is not at all possible. This is a nonsense statement. Why? Because from candidate key only we are moving to the database administrator. From there we are moving to primary key. This is a base concept. So there is a direct relationship between, or a dependency between candidate key and primary key. So if there is a no candidate key, then no primary key. say yes sir. say yes sir. right? So what about this statement now? What about this statement? This statement is also false. This statement is also false. Right? Statement 1 false, statement 2 false. The answer is C. The answer is C. Clear புரிஞ்சிருச்சா? those who have missed எந்த பாயிண்ட்ல மிஸ் பண்றோங்கறத தெளிவா அண்டர்ஸ்டாண்ட் பண்ணி எழுதி வெச்சுங்க. This will help you a lot in many situations. Right? Now, next one. எப்பவுமே கஷ்டம் வந்தா உடனே ஒரு ஈஸி வரும். ஓகேவா? இப்போ டக்குன்னு போட்டுறணும். Data definition language, not a data definition language, not a data definition.